Welcome to episode number 10.
10.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that. 10.
Wow.
Of the Corn Boys podcast. What's going on? We're on couches.
Yeah, this is not where we're normally being. Like, you can look around.
Yeah, we didn't expect this.
Yeah, no.
Nebraska's playing a baseball game right now, so they're using our normal studio for that, but we like to thrive off the environment. We're making an episode.
Sure. Yeah, this is an episode. I actually texted in the group chat. I said, boys, what if we do an episode with no notes?
See what happens.
So, here we are with no notes.
But we were, going to be in our normal setting with.
Well, right. We were going to have good audio. We were going to have, you weren't going to be able to see our legs. Not that that's a big deal. But also, you could tell, look at my legs compared to their legs. I've seen, zero sun. I'm looking in the camera at our little monitor. I'm like, bruh, my legs are so white. Maybe it's because of the light.
Maybe.
But also, they're just white.
Should I dim the lights a bit?
Yeah, no, don't dim the lights. We need all the lights.
Honestly, the lighting ain't bad. It doesn't look like on the camera.
No, it's not terrible.
Could have been worse.
If anyone walks behind us, we're just going to invite them onto the podcast because that's how we're rolling today.
That's right.
This is the last episode of season 1. We've completed one season. We took it a lot farther than I originally had in mind.
Me too.
As far as content and how we've grown
that's
the production.
That's what you meant.
That's what I'm talking about. No, I had full faith that this podcast was going to keep going. Oh, Max.
Sorry, I'm thirsty.
Okay, he's thirsty. All right, Max.
This is going to be a great episode, guys. Come on.
I didn't know if we would even make it out of the first couple. We had so many audio issues, changing location the first 3 weeks. This is our 4th new location. So
it's a common theme of all the episodes.
4 of 10, that's 40%. I mean, it's not passing, but it's good enough.
We're here.
Yeah, so next week for us is UNL's dead week, and then the week after that's finals week. And to be honest with you, I personally don't want to have to deal with trying to study for tests and recording and editing a podcast on between. So I think... I know. My bad, guys.
No.
But you know what it is? We keep getting into situations like this.
Yeah, really.
This was just going to be a simple episode. We come in, talk, no notes. I don't have to hardly edit because we're just going. And we don't say anything controversial. And I have all the settings dialed in for that room upstairs. Well, and now we're in the bottom. We're in the basement.
But what do you got to edit much here? There won't be much to change.
No, there won't. But I'm probably going to tweak with the audio more than I probably should.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, and then we're even going to do a special. We're going to have all 4 cameras.
Yeah.
And then...
Batteries died.
Batteries.
One of them was low battery, and I said, instead of just having them all die...
Thanks, J-School.
Yeah. So this camera that we're using is my personal one, and it's plugged into an outlet, so it will not die.
We hope. Somehow.
We hope. That's all we can do.
Got enough storage on it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's got a full card.
Oh, okay.
And if anything dies, it'll be my phone, so...
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Sweet.
Yeah. This is the tough part about going without notes. Where do we go? Guys want to take a trip down memory lane?
With what?
Yeah.
With our podcast. This is our 10th episode.
Yeah,
We've got 9 to talk about.
Let's hit a recap, yeah.
Yeah.
First episode would have been... Was that
Super Bowl?
No,
that was second episode.
Okay, the first one was just an introduction.
Yeah.
I remember what I called it. I called it, Why Are We Here?
Yeah, and that would have been in February?
No.
January.
When we got
January.
off. Yep. Because we got off winter break.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because you and I were planning kind of before that about maybe starting a podcast.
Yeah, sorry, Caleb.
And then Caleb, we were going to bring him on occasionally. That was our plan. Yeah, it was our guest would be Caleb.
For people that don't know, me and Nate were actually thinking of doing this back in last semester in the fall of 2021. No. Yes, that was the year.
2021.
Yeah,
2021. But then this year came around, the second semester, and Caleb came to us. He's like, you guys want to do a podcast? And me and Nate were like, we were already kind of thinking of doing it. Why not?
Yeah.
So we did it. We've made 10 episodes as of now, so...
We have made it 10.
We haven't fought.
Yet. Well, some of us have had to have some apologies. Caleb?
Yeah, see, a few apologies here and
we had to
there.
have a few apologies.
Yeah, we did.
Hey, but sometimes you gotta be the bigger person.
There you go.
It took you a second to say that there.
I couldn't get it
I can
out
tell
of
you
my
were
mouth.
struggling. No, I think about it. We just started audio only, episode 1.
Episodes 1 through 4 were audio only.
Yeah.
weren't they?
Yeah, because then
Yeah.
number 5 was the Zoom of the brackets.
Number 5. Okay.
Oh, that was an episode.
There's at least one episode that's going to be worse than this episode.
I don't know. That one actually
Okay.
too bad.
Let me explain my version of worse. My version of worse is audio's terrible, cameras are low quality.
Yeah.
This at least has
Yeah,
high
it's-
quality audio and video. I hope.
That Zoom.
We'll find out.
That Zoom was rough.
And you know what it was? It was because I recorded it and my internet was terrible. If I would have been at UNL and not at home,
Yeah.
it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we'll do a little mini series over the summer. That's Zoom only.
Nobody's
No,
That's a
Don't pay
no.
attention.
I'm just gonna drive to Lincoln if we do that. I'll come to Lincoln. You guys are close enough. You guys are closer to me technically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if maybe, hopefully, or I'll just put together some recaps of our best moments.
Oh, a little bloopers episode.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
give me the summer to work on that.
That'll
Don't-
take all summer.
That's not going to be included in this episode. You guys
No.
just have to wait for the release. And then we are still figuring it out, aka I'm still figuring out what exactly the plan will be for next year in the fall. When you guys start back at university, I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to die.
He's not dead.
He's not
I'm
dead.
not going to die, but I'm taking a full-time job with a company called Strive. You might have seen me wear the sweatshirt
No free shout-outs.
no free shout-outs at all. Might have seen me wear the sweatshirt or I have a water bottle with a sticker on it. They offered me a job. I couldn't turn it down, and so I said, goodbye, education. Thank you. Which might mean there might be a little more cash flow for the podcast.
No, that's a big round of applause.
We'll see how much. I gotta be a smart person because eventually I'm gonna have to pay rent for an apartment.
Yeah.
But I got the blessing from the CEO to keep doing this podcast because I signed a no compete. That was really what I was concerned about, was not being able to do the podcast the second I took the job. But
Because you didn't care about education anymore. You just want to be able to do this with us.
and also, this might sound super selfish. Whether I could do the podcast or not, I was still gonna take the job.
Oh, yeah.
If the job was like, you can't do the podcast, I was just gonna be like, all right, guys, sorry.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
We're
It's
either
just
done or like
unfair.
Because what the people don't know is me and Caleb could not do this on ourselves.
No, not at all.
Then, in fact, we probably haven't given Nate enough credit. So thank you, Nate, for being able to do this with us.
I think you could do it.
I don't.
I
Not as
don't
well as it could
know.
have. Like, you do all the editing and that
No.
sort of stuff, and behind the scenes, and setting us up, even going in, like, bro, I couldn't even get the camera on the tripod.
Yeah, when we
Yeah.
were gonna have the multiple cameras, Max was like, bro, how does this go on the tripod?
Editing that takes you a few hours would take us a few days.
Easily.
So, and we don't really have that. Our time would it would be like, all right, well the episode's this, and it'd be get done maybe Tuesday. It'd be like, all right, that episode was pointless. To put out there
Yeah.
in the public.
And if it was just me and Caleb doing an episode, I don't know if we could make it as good of episodes as we've had.
Yeah.
Like, I think the episodes will probably be about 20 minutes long and unedited, probably bad audio.
Bad audio, maybe a few bad words thrown in there.
Oh,
We
no,
could-
of course not.
well,
Never.
maybe.
Yeah,
We've never said a bad word on the podcast.
Well,
you guys have
Yeah, you
never,
guys have
you
caught-
guys have never heard them
Heard.
say a bad word. I've
Caleb.
heard plenty in the back.
I have literally not said that many. You were so
Bro,
worried about it.
when it came to Michigan and March Madness,
Okay,
I'm sitting at my
yeah. That's
desk
one
and I
time.
forgot about it at first. I'm
Oh,
sitting at my
did you
desk
actually forget?
editing. I'm sitting at my desk editing. All of a sudden, you guys just throw it out there. I'm like, oh,
I probably should take that out.
I gotta bleep that.
Did you save it for the bloopers episode?
Oh,
Well-
everything's there. No, it got actually included in the actual episode. I bleeped it.
Oh, no, but I meant like the actual.
Yeah.
No, we can't do that.
I know.
We'd lose all our 20 cents that we have sitting in here.
For one video. Worth it. Oh well.
Leave a comment if you actually watch and listen and you do want to see the unedited versions. Caleb wants you to. You know what's gonna happen is they're gonna start cursing right now, so that all of these
No.
get a blooper episode.
No.
You're tempting me.
No.
I don't want to tempt you.
No,
I want this to be a
yeah.
one take.
Oh, it's gonna
From the time we started rolling, we're not going to take a break. Also, you guys might see it. Editor Nathan in the future pop it up on screen right here. Our new updated logo that I spent all of an hour working on trying to creatively make. You know what actually took longer? Cutting you guys out.
Oh, you went pretty good in detail.
Long story, because we got time.
Is it a long story?
No, it's like a medium story. In Photoshop, you can do a thing called a mask, which you put a layer over, and then you use colors black or white with your brush tool, and you can start to erase things and make it transparent behind it. So I actually went to the videos. I was like, what video were we wearing, like, decent? What was a good camera angle for us? What was a good moment? Caleb, sometimes you have the mic in front of your face a lot. So I was like, how can I get as much of Caleb's face as I can? I'm not blaming it on you. I never tell you, because in video, it doesn't matter when you're just watching the thing through. But when you're trying to take a picture, it gets a little more difficult. But I went around you guys with that pen tool and that brush tool, and I just went along the line. I took my gaming mouse, and I can change the sensitivity, and I dropped it all the way down. And it took me to put the actual graphics together an hour, cutting you guys out. I started for about an hour and a half. Then I went and ate supper. Then I came back and did another hour and a half. Just cutting everyone out. The hardest part was on Caleb's. There's red and black tiling.
Yeah.
And the headphones and your hat were black.
Yeah.
And so trying to find where that edge was to make it look good was the most difficult part of it. But what's funny is outlining a person and making them transparent, cutting them out, so far has never been taught in any of the 130 classes here at UNO.
Which you think might be a little bit more of a valuable tool that we need later in our lives.
Versus, what was it?
Typography.
Well, typography,
typography one was the most pointless project I've ever had in my entire life. I'm sorry.
Because you just copied what was already there.
Yeah, you literally took the tools and the step-by-step process that they gave you and was like, here, go on to, what was the one that we, Illustrator.
Illustrator, yep.
Adobe Illustrator, and just take everything and do exactly as it says on this. And it took probably 4 hours to do.
Yeah.
That one.
Well, yeah, because it was adding all the lines and the little things, and adding the labels.
It looks like a very simple project,
but it wasn't.
When you're not just on a Word doc where you can just plop text box and start typing, you got to worry about everything with Illustrator. Illustrator is one of the most advanced.
Which is the first thing they threw us into right away as we started college.
And then we get to the next semester, and our videos are get all these different shots, and you literally set the camera up, have someone walk for 15 seconds.
Semester. But also that's just because of our major. But because of our major, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, but that's easy. So here's the funny thing: there's people taking photo 2 this semester.
Yeah.
That are the ad PR people. As broadcasters, we took photo 2 first semester.
Yeah.
You've already taken photo 2, so it's
two,
graphically appealing. It was funny because my instructor was like, "Photo 2 is by far the hardest module." And I'm like, "Bro, I did that my first semester and got 100% on it." So
I also got 100 on it, and I took all my photos for photo 1 and 2 on a walk back from Anderson to Schramm. In one walk, I got about 30 pictures in, and they all counted, and I got full credit for all of it.
But we were all in the same 131 class.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
What are the odds of that happening?
And what are the odds that we're not in a single class together? Are we?
Not now.
No, not right now.
I don't have a class with any of you guys.
No, and then there were, we all had intro design thing, 130 last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all in the same room. Me and Caleb were in a
that.
group together.
Yeah, we can't count that.
Yeah.
We had Kelly's class. Shout out Kelly, no free shout outs, but Kelly is an amazing.
I had sports media with Caleb. Shout out John Schrader, no free shout outs.
Yeah, John Schrader. What a man.
He's a great guy, though.
Yeah.
Unironically.
Have you ever seen the video of the best announcers in California?
Was he on it? Was he actually on it?
It was a joking one. They threw in everyone else, and then at the very end they put in Schrader calling soccer or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's, not super well watched. That. It wasn't even MLS. It was
some Pee Wee game or something.
some little kid soccer game.
Oh.
But yeah, because at the end it's title card and let's not forget John Schrader.
That's tough.
Yeah. But no. We're getting to the end of our first year.
Yeah. Well, your only year.
Yeah. I'm super excited. I only got 2 weeks left, and then I'm gone. I'm hitting the workforce like immediately. So my schedule goes Friday finals. I have to move out. Right now. I think the plan is I'm going to go home.
You start Monday.
Saturday morning, I drive to Omaha. I do a full day of state soccer.
Oh wow.
4 games.
Yeah.
At I think it's Morrison in Omaha. Yep, at the college.
It's turf.
Is that Creighton?
It's Creighton. It's turf, not grass. There's a little joke there behind it. Someone watches it.
Okay. Yeah, true.
No, there's a kid. He was like, he was on our soccer team last year. He was our captain. He was like, dude, Morrison is grass. And it's not grass. It's turf. And we literally looked it up and showed him. He was like, dude, it's grass. He was so like, oh, free tag.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
And then that Monday, obviously Sunday, God's Day, I'll go to church.
Yep.
So that means I have to drive back from Omaha that night. And then Monday, my first day in office. So just a chill day at Strive in Henderson, yep, HQ. I'll kind of get acquainted with what is really expected of me. I have a broad understanding, but really get my first 8 to 5 day down.
9 hours?
I think a lunch break in between.
So,
But it's a 20-minute drive there and a 20-minute back.
So you're just going to bring food?
I'm probably planning on just packing my lunch.
Yeah, you should.
I probably should just go find a park and just
chill,
eat, or I could just sit in the office and chill. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
To be determined.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday, state baseball.
Is that up in
I'm either going to be at Werner
or PB or Haymarket?
No.
No.
All baseballs in Omaha. All spring or Omaha. What did I say?
Yeah.
It's in Omaha.
No, you
Everything.
said Omaha.
Okay, good.
Omaha.
Everything this spring's in Omaha.
Yeah.
So there's not
Track, soccer, baseball.
They're not doing Class A in Lincoln anymore?
No.
Really?
They're all it used to flip flop for baseball.
Yeah.
But now they're just pushing
Now
everything to
it's-
Omaha.
Yeah.
So is it all at Warner?
No. Werner, and then there's like an Anderson field, which I think is at either UNO or maybe it's Creighton's field.
It's not CenturyLink Park, is it? The one where they do the College World Series?
No, that's
TD.
that's
TD Ameritrade.
TD. Well, it changed names, didn't it?
Oh, really?
I thought it was
Well, it's a
TD
new
Ameritrade.
sponsor. Anyway,
okay.
It's
I
not-
can't keep up on it.
Is it
But
that
it's
one?
not there. No, it's not the College World Series place. I don't think. It's Werner Park, which is where the
The Storm Chasers.
Storm Chasers
And
play.
Union Omaha.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's one other place, so don't fact check me on that. And then Wednesday, state track at Omaha Burke.
Yeah, of course.
Great place, iconic. I think I'm scheduled to be the main camera all day. So there's like a little shack for the media, and I'm just on top of the shack, and I have a camera, and bro, I'm gonna have to follow the 2 mile. And they're gonna run girls and they're gonna run boys.
You gotta sit there for
So at least 8 laps continuously, and then another 8 laps
But
continuously.
it's state track, at least they'll run fast. There won't be any slow kids.
No, because when there's people left, then you got to go back and find
That's a
them.
good point.
Yeah. And
Right.
I'm doing main camera both Wednesday, and then Friday is the other day that Strive has. So we have the 2 preliminary days, Wednesday, Friday.
So who gets finals?
I believe it's NCN at this point.
I didn't know if they did track.
Yep. So last year they had the 2 finals days.
Yep.
So yeah, as soon as finals get over, I'm right in the gate.
Jeez.
And then
You guys are here longer than I am. I'm out next Friday.
really? So you have to do the early checkout? How do your rooms check out?
We literally have to go down to our dining hall, get someone to come and inspect
Make sure it's clean.
our side of the room.
Yeah.
Because my
Oh.
roommate will still be there, but I'm moving out because I don't need to be. He'll be there 2 more days.
So if he creates a mess on your side, he's got to
It's
clean
his
it up.
fault, yeah, which he'll probably won't do. I don't think he will. But that Friday, I'm gonna try and clear everything out. But I do have to come back for a final for 200A on Tuesday.
Which is, yeah.
So then I'll probably have the person inspected on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, so you'll technically still be here.
Technically.
But you're not gonna be
But they
sleeping.
won't know. Yeah.
No, I don't. I'll get my room because you just have to get your room checked out by the 5th.
By the 15th
At 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Yeah.
Oh, that's your guys's?
Yeah.
Sunday.
Sunday.
When are you moving out?
I heard the university suites had to be out by the 14th
That would make sense.
Well,
Saturday.
Yeah.
at 7.
I don't exactly know because I think I have one final, but or 1 or 2 finals, but I'm not exactly sure what day they are because both the professors have been sick or out of conferences, and so then they're trying to like make sure we know everything, and so then they're just like, oh, if this comes up on the exam, you can't come after me. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is probably? You guys got a lot more people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, University Suites is 4 floors.
Yeah.
And so, like...
in HSS combined, it's 1,200.
You know what I didn't ever ask? So, in the suites, there's 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's 2 sides of the suite. There's one side where each individual person gets their own room.
Yeah.
Share amenities.
And then the other side's like your...
2 and 2 share amenities. If I leave before my other roommates, does that put the burden on them to clean out everything else?
No, you guys
wise?
clean up your own side of...
Well, obviously. But I'm talking like shower, bathroom, sink. Like I have my own cubby hole under our sink.
Yes, it would be then.
Which would be my cubby hole. Obviously, I'd clean up. But like, what about
like
fridge?
The fridge, you got to take your stuff out of the fridge.
Well, yeah, but how do they know what you
what's then? Let's say hypothetically that someone might have left some rotten milk in there. Not me, one of my roommates. And so we haven't actually cleaned, so we're going to have to scrub that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to throw them under the bus, but I don't think they listen anyway, so it's okay.
Get wrecked, Nathan's roommates.
Bro, I'm not even going to tell this story. That one won't make the cut. What else? We're going to check out, I conceivably, I'm going to have to start taking stuff home, like, this weekend.
Oh, yeah. I'm realizing
I'm going to have to make time to go home this weekend.
Maybe I'll make a trip. Because I'm going back tomorrow. I'm commentating the game tomorrow.
Where at?
In Beatrice.
Oh, really?
I was supposed to, all season, I was supposed to commentate the men's and women's soccer games. All right, boys and girls for high school.
Okay, for sure.
For Beatrice. But they never got diode. I don't know if you know what diode is. It's the connection, like basically like Ethernet cable connecting from like the school to our stadium.
Yeah, for
Beatrice
sure.
is a pretty nice field. House of Orange. Pretty brand new, like less than 10 years old.
Yeah.
They never got it set up. But now they got it set up, and I've wanted to do this all year because it's going to be my job. Like, I kind of want to get practice, get experience with it. And I was going to get to do it, like, in my hometown. Like, that's fun. And I finally get a chance to do it tomorrow with my roommate who did color commentary in high school for basketball games.
Okay.
Alongside a guy who's made, like, the Nebraska Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Brian Cook. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a very famous guy in Beatrice. But, yeah. I'm excited for that. They play Norris tomorrow. Battle Highway 77, biggest rivalry for Beatrice.
Okay.
So
I know at least both of them.
Yeah, it'll be.
What do you guys stream it to?
Our school's YouTube channel, Beam.
Gotcha.
So I'll post a link on Twitter tomorrow night.
You guys are
it's too late for you guys, but hey, you can go watch the recording. It'll be still probably on YouTube. Just go watch the recording. You'll hear me.
Absolutely, bro.
I'll shout out the pod. If I remember, probably won't remember.
That's okay. You don't have to.
That's all right.
We won't blame you if you don't.
But that's probably the most but then I got a paper due Friday, and I have, because I got a job, and I got to fill out paperwork tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
What's your...
Giving tours on campus.
Oh, okay. Over the summer? Or is it going to be next semester?
It can be, I can start in July, but July is going to be like my first open time all summer, because I'm going on vacation when school's out, 2 vacations basically, and I'm teaching as a summer school teacher mid to end of June. So July, the 1st of July will be my first day, I could chill.
Yeah,
obviously the weekends, but don't count the weekends. It's like
weekend,
I'm still in school basically.
The weekends don't count.
No,
because I'm learning this now as I'm looking forward to my quote unquote young adult life. I'm going to be working Monday to Friday.
Mm-hmm.
My weekends is going to be my time where I clean up things that I wasn't able to get around to, or I'm hoping, because I'm going to be at my house, so there's going to be an expected level of work to be put in.
Yeah.
I'm going to be cleaning stuff up, probably going to have time to do laundry.
You don't live on a farm, do you?
No.
Okay, I didn't know if you did or not.
I live on the edge of town, the very west side.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of the farthest houses west. But it's a big enough lawn that it takes a while to mow it. And we have a little family run mowing company, and I'm sure that eventually they'll ask me to help just because.
Editing the pod. And all the other
occasionally,
stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, first semester of the fall comes around, it's football season already.
Yeah, maybe we'll hit the ground running. We're going to hit the ground running.
We got plans. No, we don't.
The only thing I see benefiting us is maybe I'll have less to do. I'll have less schoolwork to do.
Yeah.
And
maybe more school, like work, but also you're gonna do most of it during your day.
Exactly.
So
The only other thing that would catch me off guard is when I have to do on-call support at night. That would catch me. But, like, that's just a time where you kind of, like, for the first couple hours, you're really paying attention.
Yeah.
Once everything kind of dies down, like, you can get some work done. So.
Caleb, what are you doing this summer? We haven't even talked to you, like, at all.
He's just been chilling. He's been hanging out.
I just been listening. So, right now, I work as an umpire for our, like, baseball teams in Ashland, the select teams and the rec teams. Not gonna say which one I like better, but I mean, obviously, the level of competition is better.
What age are they high schoolers?
Well, there's a 9U select, 10U, 11U, and 13U, and then they have 2 10U rec teams and 2 12U rec teams. So there's quite a bit. I've been working a lot already for that. I've already worked 8 games. I like it because I just work like I had a game on Monday and I had to go back to Ashland for these games.
What?
Yeah. So I do that. I mean, yeah, obviously driving back to Ashland right now is not fun because with the way gas is, because you drive 25 miles there, 25 miles back, that's 50 miles already. But I mean, it's $50 a game. It's hour 45 games. It's not that bad.
No, that's pretty good pay, actually.
And I like it.
You get heckled? Trash
talk? Sometimes.
You ever throw a kid out?
Not yet.
Have you ever gotten blindsided by a coach? Have you seen that video where the guy comes out and just rushes the umpire?
Was it the pitcher that rushed? No, it wasn't.
No, it was the coach.
No,
because the coach wasn't happy.
I thought it was a player, like the one that just came out of that recently. Like the kid hit a bomb, like a home run, I think, and he was running around the bases, and the pitcher came, blindsided him.
I'm talking about where the ump gets hit.
Oh yeah.
It's like this dad. It's like they're like 10 years old out there, and the dad just comes out and just decks the umpire.
I haven't seen that. I should look that up.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Maybe obviously that's only at night, so maybe I'll try to work some during the day because I mean money is what makes the world go round. I guess right now. So you gotta have a job.
$50 a game though. That's a good. That's a good pay. You work like on a weekend, 4 games maybe in a day, 3 to 4 games in a day. That's $200.
It's nice, and it's really not all that bad. Obviously, it's not really been summer weather yet, so it hasn't been like
hot.
Yeah, so I haven't had be sweating yet. But
I was gonna say I feel like that's a pretty good gig right now with the
right now I'm not. Yeah, I'm liking it right now because it's not too hot. I mean, it's been decently cold.
Right, as an umpire, it's not been too hot for the games. Today recording was 82.
It was warm.
Today was warm.
Oh, yeah. Are you a home plate umpire? Or are you a...
Yeah.
So you got all the gear.
That surprises me, actually.
So...
I thought you'd be more of a second-base umpire, watching like some guy slide into second or something.
For right now, there's only a few of us working right now because most kids are still in like high school and stuff, or still playing a high school sport because like there's still baseball and track and golf going on right now and stuff. So I'm just hoping that, but like as it gets going more, I would rather be a base umpire because there's less calls to blow that way.
Right. You wear that face mask.
You wear like less than half the gear.
Yeah, but I mean it's alright. I have all this stuff. I have all the leg gear, the chest protector, the face mask. But
send pictures, please.
You gotta get like some earbuds that are just skin color. You put them in and you just listen to music during the game or something. So that way you don't even have to pay attention.
Blowing the calls left and right. I don't even know what's going on.
Bro, you gotta hook up with some. Have you seen the video where what's his name from? This is a great story to tell when you say what's his name. The Houston Astros
player?
Yeah, Alex Bregman. Have you seen his video where a couple of like the MLB guys go undercover for like a little league game as the umpires, and they just blow every call?
Yeah.
Bro, get some Nebraska players in there, get them blowing calls.
Probably good.
Not that they're that much of a celebrity, but I'm sure you could.
Not Brock Purdy. Who am I thinking of? Pitcher.
Who?
Max Johnson.
No, he's a pitcher. It's 5 letters.
Jax? Brockett?
No.
Gosh, they're playing right now.
Kyle Perry?
Kyle Perry. That's who I was thinking of. Kyle Perry.
Right now.
Sounds like a NASCAR driver.
Speaking of that, hopefully Kyle recovers well. He had Tommy John surgery for the second time on his elbow.
I did see that on Twitter.
He came Yeah, 2 years ago he tore it. Last year he came back towards the end of the season. He pitched well. Obviously, you could still tell that it was hurting him. And then this year, went down with it again. At first, I didn't think it was, but I don't think it's as bad as it once was, but it is. So hopefully he'll be back.
They need him.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see what happens. But I don't know. And then hopefully enjoying some of the summer, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see what happens. I mean, like we said, the older we get, the faster summer goes by. The faster time goes by in general. Like,
No kidding.
literally, in 2 weeks we'll be done with our freshman year of college.
3 years left.
And
You and
three years.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, me, yeah.
Technically, I'm done with the first semester of my sophomore year if you're talking terms of credits.
Well, yeah.
Because I came in
Yeah.
with 15. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
No one cares, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just touched on Husker baseball a little bit.
Mm.
Still in a losing skid, kind of always.
Yeah.
Softball team had an 18-game winning streak, then unfortunately dropped 2 in a row to Wisconsin, but
Yeah.
won the 3rd game of the series.
Wisconsin.
I mean, all good things have to come to an end at some point,
Oh, of
right?
course. Yeah, they weren't going to go undefeated for the rest of the way. We wish, but it wasn't going to happen.
I mean, they're still doing the right things.
Oh, yeah.
They finally got recognized last week.
First women's team to be ranked in a long time at the
got-
university.
got ranked, but
Besides volleyball. I forgot about volleyball.
Hold on a minute, Max.
Volleyball's always top like 5. It's easy to forget.
I was. You said
Yikes.
that. I was thinking in my head. I was like,
I forgot our volleyball team is like, one of the top 5 in the
best.
country every
Yeah.
year.
yeah, they're one of the
They
best.
just lost one of our players, though.
Yeah.
Kana's joining the transfer portal. One of the best servers in the entire country,
gosh darn.
which sucks.
But I mean, Nebraska just keeps grabbing all Americans out of the portal too.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
we just grabbed Penn State's middle blocker out
Yeah.
of the portal too. So it's like, I understand that they want to be the best.
An eye for an eye.
Yeah, it's like obviously she'll be missed because like she was one of the best servers on the team behind Lexi Rodriguez.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. I mean, they should still be good.
Next year, they should be better than they were last year, unironically. Yes, I did say
I
they
mean-
weren't first women's team ranked in a long time. Yes, I forgot about volleyball. But, I mean, they went into the NCAA tournament ranked 10th.
Yeah.
And they made the finals in.
One
They
second.
didn't go down 7-0 against Wisconsin.
They win.
They would have won.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have won.
Because they lost that set 15-12.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
You do the math there. That's a 12-5 score.
that's
gap.
12-5 run.
You think that we probably hang on, but
We can do math, guys.
We can do math.
it happens.
Yeah.
Sports at the university have not been on a great tear as of late, especially just the past week with the softball team losing and then the men's baseball team can't even talk about it because it's just.
We played Kansas State last night.
Yep, we
Did they
won.
win?
Yeah, they
They
won.
did.
Ah.
They're on a 2-game win streak, but I mean,
Whoa!
they're-
Whoa!
Hey, but
Omaha right now, right?
they're still 7 games under 500. They got an uphill climb to
Yeah.
make. Hopefully we can finish the season strong, but
No.
definitely not what we thought the season
Yeah.
would be.
I did just see the men's gymnastics team at NCAA
Yep.
tournaments. They got 4th place as a team.
That's
That's
pretty
not-
good,
that's not
right?
bad.
Yeah.
That's
Not bad
good.
at all.
They had a few guys get 3rd, and then they had a lot of awards get recognized.
Yeah.
By a kid that's on my floor who I know pretty well. He got freshman of the year in the Big Ten.
Oh, that's good.
And
That's good.
he's a stud. He'll be really good next year. But gymnastics, congratulations. 4th place.
Yeah.
Yes, gymnastics is a dying sport. You look at it. There's only
Yeah.
13 NCAA
Especially
Division I.
men's.
Yeah.
On the
In
men's
the
side.
there's only 13 Division I teams left, which is
Oh.
very sad.
Yeah,
Wow.
It is.
Yeah.
It's dying.
But Nebraska is actually usually one of the best again.
Yeah.
But so congrats. Next year they're hoping to get. He said, we got 4th this year. Sophomore year he'd like 3rd. Junior year 2nd. Go
Then they
for it
go
all.
win.
Step by step.
Then they go
But
win.
I told him, you can always skip a step here. Just go for gold every year. But
Bro, if we start losing a couple more D1 schools in men's gymnastics,
It's
it'll
gonna
be a
be-
lot easier.
It might
Yeah.
be.
there are clubs like schools that are recognized as clubs is what they go by.
Huh.
It's a weird long story thing.
It's a different type of thing.
It's very different, but yeah.
Speaking of athletics, I was going to mention this. You guys just didn't give me a break. So now I got a break. I'm going to... No. The new football field. Y'all seen pictures of it?
Yeah.
It look,
I couldn't.
the
Really
red looks red.
I think that they just brought new in and got rid of the old.
Didn't both ends used to say Nebraska?
No.
Did one say Nebraska and one say Huskers? I know
I-
now it says Nebraska and Huskers. I thought they both said Nebraska before.
That's a great question. I don't really look. I just
don't remember.
try to see.
I literally can't remember.
Bro, we're not even hardly in the end zone enough to care.
I was just gonna say I'm trying to see the team in the red be in
at least within the 20-yard line of going into the end zone.
Hasn't happened in a while.
Hey man, start drinking it. You gotta start drinking.
Kool-Aid's getting drink.
Oh my gosh.
It's oh boy. Next year, we'll get into that as the season gets closer. But man,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell right now what's going to happen. Obviously, the thing came out. ESPN, FPI said they're going to win the West. But
They gotta drink the
okay,
Kool-Aid.
how big was that D lineman we lost? Because I just
Casey
keep seeing
Rogers?
articles
Casey
about
Rogers
that.
huge.
Yeah?
Huge.
It's
They need
the interior of the D line is pretty poor, right?
But defense was our best spot last year.
That's true.
So you hope we have guys that can fill the depth.
Wait,
Why would we want to lose our?
Well, we don't want to lose.
League?
We don't want to lose him.
It's
And we probably will lose. Because he got offered by Arkansas, didn't he?
it's the business aspect.
I don't know.
The NIL
Not making enough
deals.
money?
NIL
Yeah.
deals.
It's all about money now.
It's gonna be about that. Love it, you hate it. I don't know. It could ruin the game or it can make it a lot better.
Here's something interesting that happened this morning. I had a discussion Wednesday morning in my 132 class because you and me, Caleb, have a project that we're doing about a controversial issue on. Cheers. You raised it.
No, keep going. I'm curious what you're talking about.
We had a controversial topic, right, that we had to
Yeah.
choose, and so my instructor was like, I'm waiting for someone to bring up whether the NCAA should, or no, someone did this project on campus.
With NIL.
No. Should the NCAA pay college athletes?
Whoa.
Not NIL. So, but here's the
Interesting
issue.
topic.
So it was really funny because as I was listening to it, she chose two people literally on the polar opposite ends. There was one kid who's not a current collegiate athlete who said yes they should, and there was one person who's not a current collegiate athlete who said no. Here's the other difference. Let's take it one step lower. One person, the person that said yes, has actually played sports before in their life. The other person who said no
they
has
haven't.
not played
Yeah,
sports
there you
ever
go.
in their life.
Exactly.
And I don't like to assume things, but usually if you don't do something, sometimes you don't know the effort it takes.
Yeah.
Like when they're talking about, even high school sports require a level of dedication
yeah.
where you're out an extra 3 hours
Practice.
at a practice and then you're gone basically all Friday. And then all Saturday you're sore, you're trying to recover. You
Get ready
don't
for the next school week.
Yeah,
get ready
you
for
gotta get
Monday
ready.
practice where you gotta come out, watch film, get criticized by coaches. I'm just saying, like, when you take it like that and you listen to that perspective, that was the first question I asked. The instructor was like, what did everyone think of this? And I raised my hand. I'm just sitting there in the corner. I just looked at her. I was like, was one of those an athlete and one not? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, I could tell. I don't know how I could.
So
I
what do you
just-
guys think then? What's your opinion on it? Just don't even have to go to specific. Just yes or no.
I think that, like we alluded to, if you put in the effort and you put in the time and the sacrifice as much as they do, I think at the end of the day you should get granted.
So you do
some.
think the NCAA should be paying athletes?
Somebody should be, yes, whether that be NIL or NCAA.
I was going to say that. I believe NIL is the closest we're ever going to get to actually paying athletes to where it's fair. Now, the one argument, if I could just take this out for just a little bit longer, is that the one argument was that it's going to be a logistical nightmare to pay all the athletes.
Yeah.
I get it. And what we're going to run into is we're going to run into issues with gender equality
Inequality of
and
sports.
inequality of sports. So like I was saying, what have our women's sports at this college been doing great at?
Everything.
Literally everything.
But here's the issue. In the eyes of the college, in the eyes of the business people who have
the
handle
men's
money,
athletics.
the men's athletics are still bringing in all the money. So that's where the money's going to go. It's not going to go to those athletes who are doing great.
It's true.
And so that's why the NIL is about as close as we're going to get. And like, think about this. Think about UNL has a shooting team, right? Like a rifle team.
Women.
They don't actually, and you brought up gymnastics. Their meets don't bring in nearly as much as football and basketball do.
No.
But gymnastics men's got fourth.
At nationals.
So like at nationals, so like that's successful. You should get more money, you'd think. But in the eyes of what brings in the most money and who you're going to pay, it's not going to be those small clubs that are actually having success. And then the issue is you make it all about money.
Yeah.
Which again, when you talk it's probably it's what has to a level ruined NFL, NBA, all of these level clubs is everyone's just in it for the money. They don't care about teamwork or any of the life lessons. And I know I sound like an old, like a Karen when I say it, but like there are truly two sides to the story.
Yeah.
You can either have everyone get paid, and how much you get paid is by how much you bring in, which again, this whole thing in like professional sports, this whole women want equal rights and they want equal pay, like that's always been the thing. The NFL or the NBA brings in more money than the WNBA.
Yeah.
So NBA players can get paid a lot more.
And it's not just by a little margin either.
No,
it's
it's gigantic.
I understand both ways.
Yeah.
No, by no means should they feel that like they shouldn't be paid, but then again, you want to get paid, you gotta bring in the money.
But they just
can't. That's
Right.
because
that's what I'm saying.
people don't. It's just you. I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah,
No,
but this is where
No,
NIL.
no.
This is
Yeah.
why NIL
It's a
is
thing.
it's a good middle ground. It's a good experiment.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
And it's working.
Let's see what happens. We're not gonna just full on commit to this, but what happens if we let them, like, the thing is in the NIL, even if you're not the most well-known player, there's people out there making money. You know why? Because they work hard, they go out and they get deals.
Yeah.
They're charismatic enough and they're personable enough to go have a conversation with the company and say, this is what I'm about. And like people gravitate towards those people. They may not be the quarterback of the team. It might just be an offensive lineman who doesn't do the greatest on Nebraska. But if they are a good enough person and they can reach out, they can talk, they put in the extra
Liked in
work.
the community,
Yeah. If you want, again, money equals work in a society that is the United States.
Yeah.
That's how our system's set up. You got to work for the money. Don't get handouts. But we're going to get too political, and I'm going to have to start apologizing. It can't be just this one take. But, you know, again, you heard all three of our plans. We're going to go work.
Yeah.
I mean,
Real quick, you were mentioning it. You kind of stumbled upon it a little bit with like the NBA.
yeah.
Last episode.
Okay.
Was our
Oh,
little
yeah.
talk.
2 weeks ago.
Our last episode. Last
Yeah,
episode.
Last episode.
Where do you guys stand right now in the playoffs? Caleb, what was your prediction? I don't remember.
The finals I had Suns and 76ers.
Suns and 76ers.
Yep. I still think that it can still hold true. I think it does become a lot more interesting. Obviously, injuries are starting to play playing a big factor. You think almost every single team's got an injury.
Both your teams that are in the finals have one player with a significant injury.
That's what I'm saying. You think the Suns, they got injured
Booker's
with
out.
Devin Booker. You got the Pelicans, they got Brandon Ingram's not 100%.
And Zion hasn't played a game in years.
Yeah.
Well.
then you just keep going. You got the Jazz. Luka's not been 100%. The Jazz are healthy, but
They're bad.
They're terrible.
We're still rolling. Keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
It's up.
No, but every team has someone that is just not fully healthy.
Yeah.
That plays.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, y'all keep talking.
Okay.
Injuries are going to be a big part. Whoever can stay the healthiest is going to be in prime position. Like we said, it's going to be some very good second rounds.
I think the second round games are going to be crazy.
I think especially in
Let me guess.
the lower sides of both the East and the West.
Celtics, Bucks.
Like the twos and threes on each side, or the sevens and the threes. No, this is what we had this talk 2 weeks ago, and I trusted you.
Currently stating in the Western Conference, the Grizzlies are beating the Timberwolves 3-2. But
It's tough.
there's a game to go into Minnesota. And I went to a Minnesota game this year, and that atmosphere is crazy. So I assume the series will be 3-3.
It's been a crazy series. If you look, the first two games back and forth. The third game, the Timberwolves got way up, and then at the end they got outscored 50-16.
That's the problem with the Timberwolves. They just can't hold a lead. They choke, which is why they probably won't advance. But I'm rooting for them. Rooting for them.
Then you had game 4. They came crawling back. They won.
Yeah.
Game 5 last night. It was a great game, both sides. I mean, you were down 3. You hit a big 3, and then John Morant just made a great play at the end of the game. You can't fault the kid for it. So it's gonna be that will be the series. I think everyone's eyes will be on the rest of the season.
But I think I have to change my finals pick
Oh boy.
because
You don't have trust in the Suns.
I never picked the Suns to make the finals.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You had the Warriors.
And
Wait.
I'm sticking with the Warriors.
The Warriors. That death lineup is crazy.
I think the West is dominated by the Warriors right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The East is where it troubles me because I had the 76ers as well.
We all did.
Currently, they're up 3-2. And
Scary. They gotta go back to Toronto.
well, I don't think no team's ever lost a series after going up 3-0. It's never happened in history. It could happen, but I doubt it.
The 76ers would be the team.
Joel Embiid has a torn ligament in his right thumb,
Yeah.
which means
Oh,
he is
no.
not 100%. James Harden still cannot figure out how to shoot a basketball correctly.
No.
No offense, James Harden, I love you, but I don't think the Sixers will make the finals anymore. And I think the team that'll make the finals,
I
think you know who I'm going to say.
I think I do too.
Say it.
It's the team that just swept the Brooklyn Nets.
Yep. I knew you were
The
gonna.
Boston Celtics, because if they can beat the Brooklyn Nets with Kevin Durant and Kyrie, I think they can beat the Bucks with Giannis. And that would mean they'd have to play against the Sixers, significantly worse than both those teams, and the Heat, who have more depth. But the chemistry on that team is
so
lackluster. You don't know what's going on. And currently, right now, I did just check. The Bucks are up by 14 on the Chicago Bulls, which who cares? The Bulls are trash without Lonzo Ball.
The Bulls are just they can't do anything.
And Nuggets Warriors is tonight, Game 5, but that series should be over.
It'll be over.
I do think the Boston Celtics should.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll probably look in a week and gosh, it'll all be screwed over, and the Bucks will sweep the Celtics, and the Bucks will look like the best team ever again.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised whatsoever if the Bucks make the finals again and win again, just because of Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Middleton's out,
Yeah.
but they don't need him yet. I don't think they need him yet.
Like you alluded to, I do think the two best teams right now are the Warriors and the Celtics.
You're sticking with the Sixers though.
I think I have to stick with the Sixers, but I do think that I think the Celtics get by the Bucks now.
I do too. I really do. Their defense is
And
unbelievable.
I think it'll go 7 games, but I think
Okay.
ultimately the Celtics will probably lose.
What do you give the Sixers to edge over the Celtics then? How do they win? Because the Celtics, they're probably weak. One of their weakest aspects is shooting, I would say.
Yeah, I would
Three-point shooting
agree
for the
with
main,
that,
yeah. Which I think the Sixers would beat them in three-point shooting. If Harden could get going, Tyrese Maxey, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, they could shoot. Celtics don't have a lot of shooters, but everything else I think is in favor of the Celtics. Maybe other than center.
Yeah,
Grant Williams is back.
I was gonna say inside, but with Joel Embiid not 100%, I don't
But
know.
Embiid doesn't play inside ever. He plays like Jokic. He's an outside big man, which is what the NBA is evolving to in the future.
And that's why I knew that the Nuggets didn't have a chance. They just
no.
they can't keep up with the Warriors and Jokic.
If they played Jokic inside, I think they'd have a better chance. But that's just not how they play.
That's why the Celtics are going. I mean, the Warriors are going with that death lineup.
That lineup is scary.
They're literally using Draymond Green as the center.
They're using Andrew Wiggins as a power forward.
As a power forward.
And then they're using Clay as a small forward.
Yeah, they got Jordan Poole, Steph, Clay, Andrew Wiggins, and Draymond.
That is the most broken lineup ever.
And it works.
And it'll win them games.
Yes, it will win them games.
I predict if they win tonight, I think that'll be the 5 that starts the next series.
Yeah.
Like the starting 5. I don't think they'll start Looney anymore. Well, yeah, because they'd have to play against probably the Grizzlies. Could be the Timberwolves if a shocker happens. If it's against the Timberwolves, I think they won't. Because I think Cat's too much of a big guy that Draymond can handle. But if it's against like Jaren Jackson to the Timberwolves, Draymond can take him.
I think that they go inside both ways. You could argue Steven Adams, but Steven Adams, he's getting too old.
I love Steven Adams, though. Oh,
He's literally a Viking.
He's a Viking.
Yeah,
I
I
love
was
him.
going to say his hair is amazing.
But the playoffs, come finals time, I don't know. It's almost impossible to predict right now what the matchup will be. It's going to be a fun rest of the playoffs, though.
Yeah.
Nate, did you have any changes to your predictions?
I have not watched a single game, so we're sticking with what I said.
Love it. Warriors over Sixers?
Yep.
Yeah, I bet I did say that. Basically, you just changed the Warriors over anyone.
Honestly, I don't. Right now, it doesn't matter who the Warriors.
Yeah, it doesn't. It simply does not matter. They could beat anybody.
If the Suns are struggling with the Pelicans, I'm interested to see how they deal with Luka next round.
Maybe it'll be interesting.
That series could go 7, and this series could go 7. They're playing in New Orleans tomorrow or Friday.
Friday, I believe. No, I think it's Thursday, and then if they
Play
New
Saturday?
Orleans, then Saturday or Sunday.
So who knows? But it's coming down to it, and it's just you can't predict what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think that's about all we got.
NBA.
That's the NBA.
That's the NBA for
That's
that.
the NBA, man.
I just want to throw a little bit in.
Yeah.
Oh, draft tomorrow. NFL.
Yeah.
You don't want to bring it up?
I'm not gonna watch it.
I just think the interesting thing to look at for Nebraska is where does the highest pick for Nebraska is going to be Cam Jurgens.
Yeah.
Second round, third round.
Middle. Everyone's predicting middle of second round. Which
Middle second.
Which is the second name. Not,
Yeah,
nothing
He's going as
wrong
what?
with
O line.
center.
Center.
Center. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see where he goes, I think. And then some of the other guys, just Taylor Britt, where he's going to end up. Austin Allen, because they'll be late round pickups. Maybe
Right.
Samori Toure, little shocker, maybe Ben Stilley. But
Have to see.
it's draft, you don't really say a whole lot until after it happens.
Yeah, you just gotta
Yeah.
let the dominoes fall and see who grabs who.
And then once you find out, then you look and see, okay, this team's going to be good with who they picked up.
Yeah.
You know what team's not gonna pick up anyone? I don't think they can. Denver Broncos, my favorite team. Didn't they trade away all their picks just to get
they
Russell
did.
Wilson?
They traded away.
They got Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
And
But they traded away, who was it? Noah Fant? Their tight end?
And Drew Lock and
Oh no, Drew Lock. No, not Drew Lock.
Bro, the only place Drew Lock's good is when I use him on Madden 22.
And maybe back when he played for Missouri.
He played in Missouri?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's from the Kansas City area. He grew up as a Chiefs fan and played for the Broncos.
That's like a sin.
Yeah. And
That's why he's not having success.
they lost by 40.
Now he's going all the way up to Seattle.
Yeah, shipped up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't choose it, yeah, for sure.
That's all I got.
Wow.
Bro, episode 10.
We didn't think it would be very long. We've went an hour long.
Holy cow, it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we're at the recording about
AM.
50 minutes. 8 a.m. We went all night.
8 a.m.
Bro,
Oh my gosh.
this was chill.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Do you
think it
guys
was
like
enough.
the open format?
Let us know. Drop a comment.
Drop a comment.
You guys gotta leave something.
Add us on Twitter.
Give us just one comment. I just want to have to respond
Somebody.
to one
Somebody.
comment. I just want to be able to
Somebody.
like
I don't
it.
care who it is.
Bro,
Just
if not,
somebody.
then if you see Nathan Ladahoffer, Endzone Gaming, drop a comment on the videos. That was me. Just respond to my own comment. Yo, why are you guys not inviting on more people?
I'm gonna make a
Shut up.
I'm gonna make a spam account comment that no one will know.
Spam account.
Oh no.
Gamer fan 123 or
That's what we'll do for the next episode.
podcast listener 567.
Get a guest on the show.
Will we?
Who knows? It's a ways
We
away.
got a while.
We got a while.
And
Next
maybe, I'm not saying it's not impossible, maybe a surprise bonus episode here or there during the summer. I think it's all going to depend on our availability and
Yeah.
if there's anything major that happens that we're like. And here's another thing that internally we've thought about is we like Nebraska sports, but it's the same message
Every week.
every week.
It is.
As Scott Frost once said, it's like you're watching the same movie every week.
You know, it's funny, you've said that quote
I
like
have.
3 or 4
But
times.
it's true, isn't it?
It is
It's
true.
not wrong.
And everyone watching the podcast is like, wait, we've heard this
Like,
before.
Max, will you shut up about that same
Max, you
thing?
said it already. But yeah, so I guess to be determined, maybe we've had fun covering the NBA. That our last episode with NBA, that was fun.
Maybe in the fall we'll do an NFL episode covering like what we think is gonna happen with NFL.
Yeah, absolutely. It set up like there's big changes for quite a few teams. It looks different.
NFL's
Yeah.
gonna be scary. I'm so scared.
It'll be interesting to see how every team plays out.
Yeah, I mean, and the one thing we never covered was Nebraska fall sports, which I think offers a little more excitement because you at
Yeah.
least have a good team who's always ranked, aka
Volleyball!
there you go, Max, redemption. So
Maybe football will be ranked at some point, probably not.
Hopefully.
probably not.
We hope so.
We gotta hope.
Yeah, but we'll have fun exploring that, talking about it, because we haven't before. So, with that, the end of season 1 is officially upon us. And if you enjoy, like, I don't know, maybe at the end of every season, this is just kind of like a wrap-up, sit-down conversation. Yeah, like a...
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa, that was punny. Did you intend it? Summer-y? I'm pulling too hard.
The episode, and the season.
Summary into the summer.
And the season.
End of the season. What?
Get it? 'Cause we're going into summer.
Oh my god.
That's where I was going with the summary.
Yeah, then
Summer.
Then I threw in end the season.
Roll the outro.
Oh, because it's in the
Bye.
spring. Okay. No, you said it. See
We
ya.
haven't done it yet.
Bro. Alright. Yeah, with that, thanks for sticking with us through season 1. This is episode 10. That's a big season. It's a big season. And we hope you join us. Stick around. Pay attention to our social media accounts. If we do post anything over the summer, that's where you're going to find out about it. And when we start to ramp up for season 2, come around full time, we'll also be posting social media content as well, ramping things up there. And with that, the end of season 1, one last time. Bye.
Later.
See ya!
There we go, boys. We did it.
Wow.